Hi everyone, my name is Phil and welcome to Phil Does 3D. I'm a multimedia and 3D artist and I stream live on Twitch on Mondays and Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time in the United States, which is 10 a.m. if you're in Australia or 1 a.m. if you're in the UK. I hope all you guys and girls are well. We are going to continue working on the study for the House in the Hollow game that we're making in the Unreal Engine 4.24. As always, I remember if you do miss the streams, you can catch up at any time by clicking the videos tab at the top of my Twitch page. I always upload my streams after I've finished broadcasting. Also, remember, if you have any questions while I'm working, please feel free to pop into chat and ask me if I can help. I'm happy to try. If you just want to pop in and say hello, that's always welcome, but if all you want to do is watch, that's completely fine. Smurfberry says it's movie time. No Smurf this stream. Oh no, we're going to miss you, Smurfberry. What do you mean movie time? I'm more entertaining than any movie you could be watching. Alrighty, so yes, the House in the Hollow game is what we're working on. You can wishlist that game now on Steam by typing !Steam in Twitch chat. That'll give you a link to the Steam store page, or clicking on the graphic in my panels below my stream. That'll also take you there. Galen, it's good to see you, Galen, buddy. How are you? How's things? How are you holding up in this new world we find ourselves in with the human malware going around? We're calling it human malware because the C word is banned on YouTube, I think. But it's good to see you, Galen. I hope you're holding up well. I was saying to the guys yesterday, it's quite surreal to be out and about if you have to go shopping or anything because the streets are deserted. It's like people have just disappeared virtually. Galen says, glad to be back from almost fatal kidney issue. Oh, dude, that's terrible. Well, I'm glad you're back. You see, you had a kidney issue. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better. That's bad news. Terrible, particularly around what's with everything else going on in the world at the moment. It's bad timing. I was off last week because I had an eye infection and an ear infection. So I think sickness seems to be the going around at the moment. I'm all okay now, but I hope you're feeling better. I know when problems with the kidneys is never a good thing. Anyway, sit back, chill, relax, and watch Phil. Alrighty, so yesterday we were working on the desk in 3D Studio Max. We worked on the bird cage, and then we started on the desk. We did the UV mapping and the Vertex Coloring just before we ended the stream, and today we're going to texture it up. Now I'm just explaining what I've done here. I have the desk itself, which is the main part of the desk, but I have the doors and the drawers as separate objects. And the reason I've done that is because when we go into the Unreal Engine, the doors and the drawers are going to be blueprint scripted physics objects so that the player can open them up and search through them and all that sort of jazz. Galen says, got to the hospital before the C thing blew up and they were able to get me straightened out. Well, that's good to hear. Because I know because of the C thing going around, the human malware, the hospitals here have cancelled a lot of different surgeries and things because they have to keep the beds free for people that might be getting sick with the human malware. So I'm glad you got in and got it all sorted before all of that hit the fan. And I hope you're feeling better. And like I said, I know the kidney thing is always, can be quite bad. So, because your kidneys are really important part of your body. So I'm glad you got it sorted anyway. And I'm glad you're feeling better. All right. So yes, that's the reason the drawers and the doors here are separate objects, because they need to be scripted up using blueprint scripting in Unreal so the player can open them up. They're going to be, when I bring this into Substance Painter, it will be as one object with two different texture maps. There'll be a texture map for the desk and a texture map for the drawers and the doors. So we will be doing 2 separate texture maps in Substance Painter. Galen says, took 4 days of lots of IV fluids and a catheter. Ooh, a catheter, nasty. That's never fun on its own. Dude, you must be happy to be back home then. Because I know staying in hospital is never nice, never fun. Being sick is just a horrible thing in itself. Galen says, and I also moved halfway across the US to southern Georgia. Because you were living down toward the border, weren't you, with US and Mexico, I think, from memory? I could be wrong. And now you're in southern Georgia. Nice. I've heard Georgia's supposed to be quite pretty. I've not been there. I've not been to the US at all, actually, but... Man, so stay in hospital with your kidneys and then you moved halfway across the country. Wow. You've had a busy time of it, haven't you? I hate moving at the best of times. Even when you're feeling fully well, it's just a nightmare having to move. So I hope you're settling into the new place okay as well then. Galen says the catheter was the saving grace when they are pushing 300 ml of fluid into my body every hour. Wow. 300 ml an hour, that's a lot of fluid. Well, I guess, yes, with the catheter, you don't have to worry about getting up, do you? So, but just the thought of having that catheter put in, yuck. Yuck. Ooh, freaks me out. Anyway, not good. I'm hoping you're feeling better. I'm assuming you are because they've let you out of hospital. And I hope the move went well and you're settling into your new place okay. Did you just decide to move because you wanted to be closer to family, or you just wanted to move? Or Galen says, I moved in with my sister and her family. Okay. Well, that explains it. Well, I'm glad you've got other people around you for support, because it's really important when you're not well to have people that you can sort of lean on if you need to. And everyone needs to lean on someone at some stage. Galen says, at least the nurse putting it in was cute. Well, that's one plus, I guess. Oh, Galen. I see you got your TwitchCon 19 badge going there in the Twitch chat. They cancelled TwitchCon for 2020, didn't they? I think from memory, I recalled reading a few months ago they were cancelling TwitchCon because of the human malware, just like they've cancelled every other conference that's been coming up this year. You're incorrigible, Galen, with this cute nurse business. Incorrigible. But I'm glad you're with your family and you've got somebody, you've got support, so that's important. You'll be right back, no worries. Okay. So yes, the desk. We're going to be bringing it into Substance Painter and texturing it up. You're back. Cool. So let's do that, shall we? Let's jump into Substance Painter and create a new project. Okay, we're going to select the desk. Compute tangent space. And you see here we have 2 different texture maps. One is for the doors and the drawers, and one is actually for the desk. Alrighty, so let's start by baking out our maps. Using the low poly as the high poly, and I'm going to bake out all the texture maps for both texture sets. And there we go. Just checking to make sure that UVs look correct, and that's fine. Alright, let's start texturing this beast up, shall we? I'm going to jump into the House on the Hollow smart materials I've created. I created a whole heap of smart materials for the different assets we've got going on in the game. We're going to see if we can reuse some of these. It'll just speed up our workflow a little bit. Let's have a look at this one. Galen's just posted in the Discord. First night of being an uncle. Let's have a look. It is nice, isn't it, Mr. Squarepeg? Congratulations, that's right. I'm just going to check this out because the picture Galen posted on the Discord server. If anyone wants to know more about me or who I am and what I do, go to phildoes3d.com. You can check my webpage out there. Oh no, it won't let me. Let's see. Here we go. Very cute. These are your sister's children, I'm assuming. Is you're their uncle? Very nice. Well, I'm glad you've got it. Look, I go on about children all the time. My sister has 3. My brother has 3 kids as well. And I used to work for the state government. I used to work for the Science and Technology Museum. So I was surrounded by kids a lot of the time anyway. And I do go on about them and say I want to smack them. But having kids around can be nice. Little people. They're little people. Galen says it's been non-stop, kids. I do. Like I said, I go on and I bitch about kids sometimes, but it's nice to have kids around. They look at the world in a completely different way, which is always nice. Galen says, just missing the other twin. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a twin. There's 2 of them. Okay. I bet you they keep you busy, Galen. I know my sister's kids do keep me busy when I go up and visit her. And my brother's kids. Phil doesn't have any kids. Phil's, a confirmed bachelor. Let's just pick colour and select that part of the desk. Now, what do I want to do with this desk? Galen says, never been around kids much until now, and it's like going from 0 to max speed in 2 seconds flat. They will. They'll exhaust you, trust me. Kids keep you exhausted. Constantly asking questions. Kids are just non-stop question askers. They want to know everything. I think what I might do here is I might duplicate this grouping and just make some changes to the one above it. I'm just going to turn the underlying layer off for a moment. It's identical, so you won't see a difference. And I'm just going to make some changes to the colours underneath. So I'm just going to darken it up a little bit. We'll just darken this one up a little bit. And I'm also going to make some changes to the mask. Just before I go too far, I'm going to make a quick save because I just don't trust any program not to crash. Let's jump back into the desk and call it desk. And let us just change the seed on this a couple of times so it's a little bit different from the one underneath. Let's change up the balance a little bit as well. Galen says 2 of the 3 kids are special needs, so it makes things even more interesting. I'm sure it does. Oh no, kids are good value. They are good value. I mean, I'm glad I don't have any. Trust, don't get me wrong. I'm way too selfish to have children. Parents have to give up so much of their lives when they have kids, and I'm way too self-obsessed to do that. It's just changing the random seed values so that when I turn the underlying layer on, which I'm going to do in a minute, we can see some difference. So if I turn that layer on and turn the first one off, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to group both these layers together, and I'm going to throw down another smart mask on top of that. It's nice though. I don't know if you've been living on your own, Galen, or not, but if you have, it's always nice then to be surrounded by some people, particularly, like I said, if you're not completely well. And kids will keep you busy. And I'm glad you've got other people there to help support you. Because it's important. Everyone needs a bit of help. What will I throw down on this one? Galen says, you and me both enjoying the attempts, but we'll stick with practice. All right, so what smart mask? Let's try the surface one. Actually, I'm going to throw it on that layer there. You can see what this is sort of doing. If I sort of zoom into the side here, and I turn the mask on and off, it's blending those two masks that those two materials together. I just wanted to add a little bit more interest to the wood. I just thought the wood was, well, it was interesting. Could do with just being a little bit more interesting. I'm just going to play with the mask value a bit now. Pay no attention to the feet. I still have to add the mask by color selection. In fact, I'm just going to do that real quick now because it's starting to distract me a little bit. There we go. Because this is an old desk, it's been sitting in Mr. Barrett's study for many, many years. So we don't want it to look too new. We want it to have some character. Right, do I want to do anything else with this desk? With this part of the desk? We'll come back to it. I do want to add a dirt layer, but we'll do that after we've done a bit more. So let's choose another smart material for the feet, I think. Let's have a look at this one. Again, I'm going to mask with color selection. Let's play with our blend a little bit. How much damage do I want to put on these feet? Let's go with about a middle value. I might just lighten these ones on the front up a little bit just to add a little bit more interest to the feet. I'm just going to jump back to this layer here. I'm just going to see if we change the blending layer, what that gets us, because sometimes it can be fun just to change the blending. Sometimes you can get a really interesting mix. Not always, sometimes. I just like the fact that this brought up a little bit more red. I thought that was interesting, but I'm not completely sure I like it. Let's go back to that mix with the red. Let's just play with our blending amount a little bit. We'll leave it at this. If I change my mind, and we'll come back to it in a minute. The feet, I'm not going to actually add anything else, I don't think, to the feet. Oh, well, let's add something else, because why not? I'm just going to rename this desk so I'm nice and organized. Let's add... see if we can add a bit of a gold as well, because why not? Who doesn't like gold? Again, we're going to mask with the color selection. We're going to group the 2 feet layers together and call it feet. And we're going to I'm actually going to make sure I do a color selection mask as well on the feet again. Now we're going to throw down a smart mask. Let's go with... see what this dusk white edges looks like. Zoom into the feet a little bit. Yeah, no, I don't like that mask. We'll pick something else. Let's try... let's try this dirt soft edges one. No, I don't really like that one either. Let's try... let's try the subtle scratches one. Mr. Square Pig, hello to you as well. How are you, buddy? You holding up okay? Don't know that I really like this one either, to be honest. Let's remove that one. I actually just want to play with the gold a little bit. Just going to up the scaling a bit on the gold. You're doing good. Good to hear. I've got to find a mask that I like here. I'm finding it a bit hard to find one that I really like. Let's try the small cavities. I don't like the bump on this, so I'm going to turn off the height and the normal on the gold paint. Let's go back to our mask. I want it to look like the feet have been gold, but the gold is sort of worn off over the years. That's sort of the look I'm going for. That should be right. Let's move to these little bits here at the front. I want those to be a metallic color. So let's go with let's try this gold. I know I don't like that gold. Let's just do a quick save just to be on the safe side. Let's try this one. No, I don't like that one. Let's try this one. This one might work. Let's mask with color selection. The player's generally not even going to see these little bits underneath the desk, but from a distance they might. Let's draw a plain material underneath of this gold, a plain metal. What do I want? What do I want? No, not the rusty iron. Maybe the smooth oxidized iron. Let's throw that one down. Let's play with the scaling. Mask with color selection again. Again, I'm just going to play with my scaling a little bit more. Let's group both of these together. I'm just going to call this beat metal. Again, let's mask it, make sure it stays where we want it to stay, and let's throw down a smart mask. Let's go with surface worn. I'm just going to turn off the hide information on that underlying metal we just put down. Should be alright. Okay, next let's look at the top of the desk here. Now I have a couple of options. I could either make it a wooden top or I could make it like a leather. I'm just not sure if I've got a leather material that will be suitable. So if we do, we'll try the leather first, see if it looks good. If it doesn't, we'll change it back to a wooden top. And initially when I was thinking of the desk, it was all going to be wood, but then I thought it might be interesting if this top piece was a leather. Let's see. Let's see what this fine leather looks like. Again, it's masked with color selection to the top. Okay, now it's actually not doing what I want it to do. Why is that? I'm just going to jump back into Max really quick. I'm just going to save this and jump back into Max really quickly. I want to double check my Vertex Coloring here. It should be fine. There is a difference. Why is it not showing up inside of Substance Painter? That's the next question. Study desk. I'm just re-exporting the model again. Back into Painter. Let's edit our project. Make sure we reload it. We are going to have to bake out our maps again probably. Gotta love that GPU accelerated baking built into Substance Painter. It's still not quite right. It's a different color. I can see it a different color, but it's applying it to here. It's probably to do with this, where is it? This tolerance value more than likely. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's see what this leather looks like. Change the scaling a bit. We're going to leave the leather there, but I'm just going to turn it off because I do have a couple of other leather materials we can have a look at. So we have this leather as well. Let's have a look at that one. Let's change the scaling on it. No, that's an absolutely horrible material. Let's have a look at this leather. It's not so much the colour I'm looking at, it's the actual material itself, the leather material, not the colour. I could change the colour. And yeah, I don't really like this leather either. No, let's see what else we've got. It's classic leather. Ooh. No. Leather old and cracked. Let's have a look at this one. I'm just going to unlock this and play with the scaling separately. Can't say I love that either, but I won't delete it. I'll leave it there and we'll see what else we've got. Another rough. Let's have a look at this one. I like that one more than this one, so I'm going to remove the one underneath. But we'll keep going, see what else we've got. Tiling is horrid, Galen says. Yeah, it is. I agree. We may be able to hide the tiling by doing some mixing. So that's why I'm leaving them there and we'll see how we go. I'm just going through all the different leather textures we've got to see if we can find one that might look better. Again, we'll leave that one there, but we'll keep going. I'm nearly through all the leathers, I think. So this one. This, I'm just going to change the height information on this one. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Undo, undo. This one. Okay, let's see what we've got here now. So we have this leather, this leather, this leather, and this leather. I don't like this one, so I'm going to remove it. Okay, let's change this leather here. I want to take out some of the brown. Might just change the scaling as well. Can't say I like any of them, to be honest. I'm going to see if I can't get a mix going that looks interesting, and if I can't, we'll go back to wood. Let's go with a surface worn. Here, I'm just going to turn the layer above it off for a minute. Galen says the darkest one looked the best as far as texture goes, in my opinion. Yeah, we'll see. I don't even know if we're going to keep with the leather theme. We'll see if we can get it to look okay with the mixing with the masking. But there's no guarantee that we're going to get it to look good in either way. We'll see how we go. My intention was always for it to be wood. The top of the desk to be wood, not leather. I just thought maybe leather might make it a little bit more interesting. Let's go with another smart mask and go with let's try this one. I'm just going to change the color on this one a little bit. Also, I'm just going to do a quick save because I don't trust the program. I know when it starts to slow down like this, there's a risk that the program could crash. Just changing the underlying color of the leather to have a little bit more green. I'm going to duplicate this layer. I can find it. There we go. Duplicate. I'm going to change the color of the duplicate we just made. We're going to bring this back into a bit more of a red. Darken it up a little bit more. We're going to throw down another smart mask. I'm going to turn off the hide information on this duplicate layer. We will change the random value so we get a bit more variation happening. And now I need to put these into a separate layer, a separate group, so that we can mask it properly. Okay, let's go back to where we were, which is this layer, I believe. Yep. Might be a little hard to see on stream, but what I'm doing here is I'm blending the underlying layer with another version of itself that's a bit more red. So one is like a green and one is like a reddy burgundy. I don't know if you can really see it on the stream, but maybe if I turn it off and on, you'll sort of see what it's doing. It's just darkening it up in spots to make it look like the leather has more of a two-tone color to it. Now I'm just going to go through and play with the mixing a little bit here. Back to base color. Let's play with our mixing value a bit. Let's also look at this color here. Play with our mixing a little bit. I might pull it back just a bit more. Not sure. Let's leave the leather for the moment and let's move on to the drawers and the doors, and then I'll come back and have an overall. Once the drawers and the doors are in, I'll have a look at everything overall and see if I like the leather or if I want to change it to a wood. Galen says maybe just have a leather blotter. Yeah, it might be a better idea. Even with the design of the actual thing itself, this actually really should be wood. If I wanted to have leather, I really should have an inset cutout. You know what I mean? Instead of placing leather on the entire top piece like this, because this is actually meant to be wood, you can, yeah. While it's not unreasonable to say you couldn't have leather pulled over that design like that, it's more likely to be wood with if there was going to be leather with a leather inset cut into the top in like a rectangle probably. Galen says, I like where you were going with the leather, just not an entire top. Yeah, I agree. I'm thinking the same thing. Let's do this. Let's do a save. This is what half the fun of doing 3D is all about anyway, is changing things. Let's jump back into Max. I'm just going to turn off color selection here. Vertex Coloring. I'm going to just detach temporarily the top piece. And we'll go into isolation mode. Now I'm going to jump into the top viewport. And we are going to... Max is just a bit sluggish because Substance Paint is in the background sucking up all of the resources of the GPU. So I don't know if you can see that jumping is not Twitch. That's my PC being a little bit sluggish because they both use the DirectX viewport and they both want to grab the GPU. That's what causes Max to become a bit sluggish. This is Max 2020. I haven't actually installed Max 2021 yet. The studio, and we generally don't jump straight on the latest version of Max, 2 weeks after it's been released, just in case if there are any problems. I'm hoping that the new version might, because they did a lot of work to the viewport in Max with the new version. So, Sniper Girl, good to see you, Sniper Girl. How are you? How's things? Sniper Girl was in chat yesterday. We were talking about how freaky it is with everything being closed, with hardly any people around. So what I'm going to try and do here with Max's viewport being very sluggish on me is I'm going to throw down a slice plane. Bear with me. I'm going to rotate my slice plane. Make sure I have angle snap turned on. I know it's very glitchy, it's just nothing I can do about it with Substance Painter sucking up all the resources in the background. We do have a lot of layers going on in Substance Painter, in all fairness to the program. I have put a lot of different layers down, so... It's just making it very hard for me to work. Sniper Girl says, doing well, look forward to Thursday. We'll be ordering a camera for photogrammetry. Oh, that's so cool. What are you going to get? What camera are you going to get, Sniper Girl? Tell me. But it's always nice when you're going to be buying new technology. So let's see now. Let's go with... how far to the edge do we want to go with this? Let's go... I'm just trying to remember. I'm just going to jump on Google search really quickly because I can't for the life... I don't have an old desk like this. My desk is quite new. It's that white. I don't have an antique desk. I'm just going to open up Man, Substance Paint is really sucking up my resources. Just as well I have a separate stream machine, otherwise I wouldn't be able to stream. I'm just going to look at Google image search just for some reference images. And I want one with a leather top. Okay, this one has a leather top. All right, and I'm just doing this so I can sort of get an indication of how far to the edge we need to take this. I actually quite like this 3 leather piece look. We might go with that sort of thing as well, I think. Because why not? Well, I think it's more interesting than this sort of top where the leather virtually goes to the edges. It's a more interesting look. You're looking at buying a used Sony Alpha A7R2 from eBay. I'm doing well though, thanks for asking. Galen was saying that he had, he's just come out of hospital. He had problems with his kidneys. And he's moved all the way to Georgia. So he's living with his sister. So we have to send good vibrations Galen's way. Because he's recovering from surgery, or recovering from coming out of hospital. That sounds cool, Sniper Girl. A Sony Alpha. So I think what we'll do here is we will, if I can get Max to behave itself a little bit better, we'll do a cut there. What I really should be doing is closing Substance Painted down while I'm doing this. But we'll try and persevere. And we'll do a cut here. Come on, Max, you can do it. You can do it, Max, come on. Sniper Girl says to Galen, hey, holding up. Galen says, I think my niece and nephews are more trying than the recovery. Yes, Galen posted an image. Jump on the Discord, Sniper Girl. I showed it before. Galen posted an image of him with his nephews. His niece and his nephew. He posted it in the general chat on the Discord. Okay, let's do a slice. Let's go here. Oh, the pick was the 2 boys. I was going to say, because look, I don't like to judge. I thought they looked like 2 boys, but you said your niece and your nephew, and you confused me, Galen. I didn't want to presume anything. Let's move the slice plane over. Come on, Max, man, you're driving me insane. And let's do a slice here. I'm determined to try and get this done without closing Substance down in the background. I love a challenge. Okay, and then let's do a slice. Let's go in a little bit. Let's do a slice. Maybe here. And let's do a slice around about You moved too far. Let's do a slice around about here. Snappy Girl says they're both so adorable are. Galen says 2 boys and 1 girl, 1 boy is 5 and the twins are 7. Twins, double the trouble. I'm just going to rotate my sliced plane around now. Not quite that much. Let's move it down so it covers our mesh. Let's move it up. And let's do a slice around about there. And let's move it down. And let's do a slice around about there. Slice. Okay, let's turn the slice plane off. Let's jump out of the top viewport. And you see Max picks up again. It's only when you're in full screen mode and you have Substance open in the background that Max absolutely freaks itself. Let's turn off object mode here. And let's turn off isolate. Let's reattach the top again now to, just before I do a reattach actually, I need to change the Vertex Coloring. So I'm going to go into isolation mode again, turn on object properties, go into object mode and try and do this in the top viewport without maximizing it because Max will stutter. Okay, let's change that vertex color there to something, let's make it a white. So it's completely different. Okay, now let's jump out of that mode. Let's turn off vertex coloring. Now we can reattach it to the rest of the desk. I don't have to change the UV mapping. Now we can re-export our model again. Let's jump back into Substance Painter. Let us edit our project. Let's make sure we do a save just before edit the project. Come on. There we go. Reload our mesh. Rebake our maps once Substance has finished loading it in here. Galen says I've gotten in the habit of after lunch naps and half the time one of the boys wants to nap with me. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, hey, I'm all for having naps in the middle of the afternoon. Sometimes I'll do that too. Because, you know, I start work really early in the morning and I work till really late at night or early the next morning. So sometimes I'll have a nap in the middle of the afternoon. Usually after lunch, after I have something to eat, if I remember to eat. I get tired, so I'll have like a half an hour's nap. That'll keep me going, refresh me for the rest of the evening. But that is nice and cute. I agree. I'm going to remove the leather from there, pick the colour, and we'll pick there. Why did you do that? Okay, it's because we have, I think, a colour selection on a few of these, so I'm just going to have to go through and change our colour selection again. There we go. So now we need a separate wooden texture for the top of the desk, now that we have our inset leather pieces here. Galen says, wow, the sub notification was... Oh, I didn't realise there was one. Anonymous gifted a sub tier to Galen. Well, thank you, Anonymous, whoever you are, for the sub. I know that a couple of weeks ago, Contigi gifted a few subs to the different guys and girls in my Twitch chat. So thank you, Contigi. And thank you, Anonymous, for the gifted sub as well. Sniper Girl says, was there a sub notification? No, I didn't hear one either. I don't recall. I wasn't paying attention to OBS over there in the corner, so I'm not sure if it went all. Galen said it came up on screen while he was reading the nap comment. Oh, okay. So it did show up on the... it did pop up saying subscription, hopefully. Because I wasn't paying attention to OBS. Let's go back into our smart materials we created for the house in the hollow. Let's find a wood for the top of the desk for the outer edges. No sound though. Oh, really? I don't actually think I have sound on my pop-ups, to be honest. I don't think there is sound. I don't think I've got a sound file. I think it's just a visual. I'm pretty sure I didn't include sound because I've watched streamers in the past and it can get annoying if there's a sound pop-up that accompanies the on-screen, whether it's a follow or a sub. I find it annoying. So I don't think I added sound. So I'm pretty sure none of my pop-ups have sound. The only things that have sound are the little ones that run in at the bottom of the screen that pop up, that tell you my YouTube and all that sort of thing. I think that's the only thing that has sound. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I put sound on anything else. Because yeah, I find it can get a bit annoying, personally. Probably not so much of a problem for my channel because but some really popular streamers that get where their notifications are going off virtually every 30 seconds, it can get really annoying. Let's have a look at, just before we do anything, let's do a save. Because we are starting to throw quite a... Even though that does not look like we've got a lot of layers going on, we have a huge amount of stuff going on here. So it's really... we are asking a lot of the program. We've got a lot of layers going on. So if the program does crash, it's probably not because the program's not well written. It's just because I'm really pushing it. Galen says, so Phil does 3D, do you know what the next generation will be called in about 13 years? The quadrennial teens. Yeah, well, they give new names to every generation, don't they? What are we in the Z generation or something at the moment? The young ones are called the Z generation or something? Because we had the X generation, the Y generation. Yeah, who knows? Why do they need to label people anyway as being part of any generation? It all seems a bit silly to me. Let's have a look at French chair. What do I want to put down? What do I want to put down? I want something that's contrasty to this wood that we've got going on here on the main part of the desk. For this wooden piece that sits on the very top of the desk. I think if we have something that's different, will look more interesting. Kayla says, quarantines, dang autocorrect. The Sniper Girl says, nothing better to do with their time. Come now, come on. Let's look at this cherry. No, I don't like that cherry. Let's look at... this cherry. Let's mask this with color selection. Can't say that I love that. I'm just going to look at the mask and see if it's the mask that's making me not like it. Very well may be the mask. Let's also look at the scaling, I think. Unlock it so we can play with that scaling separately. I want to turn off the hide information, or the normal I mean, for the underlying layer. I also want to change the color of the underlying layer. Darken it up. Okay, let us do a quick save. We're going to do a duplicate on this layer. And we're going to, I'm just going to turn off the underlying layer temporarily. I'm going to darken up the color of the wood here for the top layer. And we're going to throw down a smart mask. And we'll go with Surface Worn. I use this one quite a lot. It's a very nice mask. I actually think I threw it in the wrong layer. I'm just going to undo that. I want to throw that on. Well, first things first, I want to group these two layers together. We're going to call it Tabletop. Again, I'm going to make sure I do a mask with color selection just to that tabletop. And now we're going to throw down the Surface Worn on this one. Nightbot spamming my links as usual. Galen says Maple Burl. Snappy Girl says I use Surface Worn. Yeah, I do too. Surface Worn is one of the best smart masks in Substance Painter. I use it all the time for a lot of different effects that I'm adding to wood. It's not just wood, metal as well. It's a really, really nice mask, Surface Worn. So I tend to use Surface Worn, Subtle Scratches, and Dust Dirty. Those three I tend to use quite a lot. And I'm going to use this one just to blend those two colors together. So you can see what it's doing here. It's adding color variation to the wood. So the wood isn't just all that one red or all one dark color. It's sort of like a mix of the two. And that Surface Worn Smart Mask is really nice to actually do that sort of mixing. So we used one mask just to mask out the edges, to make the edges look a bit damaged. And then we used the second mask to mix the two red colours together. The lighter red and the darker red. I'm just trying to decide whether I want to make the leather inset panels more green or not. What do you guys think? Should they be more green, or do they look okay the colour they are? While you guys think about that, we'll move on to texturing up the doors and the drawers. Let's do a quick save. Galen says, I think once the current situation is over, we'll have the cleanest closets in history and we'll soon have a large number of baby showers to attend. Well, I think if you're boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife, you can still have your babies now. You don't have to hold off. But you're saying because of all these people being together now, in like 9 to 12 months, we're going to see a lot of baby showers. I think you're probably right. People being stuck inside all day and not having anything to do. What are they going to do? Snowy Girl says as well, favourite smart mask. Snowy Girl says painted wood or chip paint name is something like that. She likes those ones as well. But, look, I'm not saying these other masks aren't good. They are. They're all very nice. But I tend to revolve back to using the same three quite a lot because they're just so versatile and can be used for so many different things. Just because these things say dirt soft edges or moss doesn't mean you can't use them for other things. You don't have to use it just for moss, just because it says moss. The smart mask can be used a lot of different ways, all the different ones. Snappy Girl says you like the colour they are? Okay. I trust your judgment. Galen says look a bit dark and muddy. Okay, so we've got a difference of opinion there on the colour of the leather happening in here. Let's just move back here and have a look at the desk from a few different angles so you guys can... Let's have a quick look. Where's the leather? There's the leather. So the main colour is actually these two, I believe, here, yeah. So the underlying colour does have a green to it. We could lighten it up. I'd have to lighten both of them at the same time so they stay balanced. Sniper Girl says to Galen, yeah, probably can imagine there's a lot of bored people with way too much time on their hands. Galen says I'm on mobile, so my opinion may be influenced by that. We lightened it up a little bit. It does have a green tinge to it. What I'm probably going to end up doing, I'm going to check the UV map, but I may run in Photoshop, I might just run a gold border through here, but I'll do that as a separate, I'll probably do that in Photoshop, I'll paint that in, instead of trying to do it here in Substance Painter. Oh, yeah, I could do it in Painter, if I just wanted like a plain gold bordered edge around the outside. I could probably do that in Painter. But I think I want a bit more of an intricate gold bordered edge, and that'll be easier for me to do in Photoshop. The green looks better now, Galen says. Okay, all right. And like I said, we may touch it up a bit in Photoshop if I can pull my finger out and get the rest of it textured up quickly. Let's move on to the drawers and the doors, and let's do a quick save. You know what Phil's like. Phil gets carried away chatting. It's Phil Does Chat. Actually, I had a message from somebody on my YouTube channel who said that they really like my YouTube videos because I upload all of my streams to YouTube. They really like the videos, but it's like 10% work, 90% talking. He said it's still entertaining and still fun, but he wishes that I would talk less and work more. Sniper Girl says, don't you mean Phil does just chat? That's right, Phil does just chat, that's right. Anyway, let's move back to our smart materials. Okay, now the doors. The doors. Let's have a look at this one. Again, I'm going to mask that with color selection. Just now, I'm noticing here that one of our UV maps is running in the wrong direction, so I need to change the UVs for that drawer over there. Let's jump back into Max. Let's just go into isolation mode, so we're just concentrating on the drawers. And I need to throw down an unwrap UVW. Max is being sluggish again. Let's open up our UV editor. Let me find that drawer. Oops, sorry about that. I've got to try and... You really are driving me nuts, Max. There we go. Let's just move that down. Find our drawer. You're working my last node program. Oh, stop that. There we go. Man. Alright, that's the drawer. We need to rotate it. And I'm just going to get Max to do a repack here for me. I want to make sure it shouldn't. I don't trust Max. I don't trust this button here. I'm going to undo that. There's good reason for this because I've run into this issue here before. Even though I have rotate here unselected, Max has this really bad habit of, if you use this button, of rotating your mesh. So I'm going to do the pack tool in the tools menu. This one works properly. I don't want rotate, I don't want rescale, I just want normalize and fill holes. Okay, let's re-export the model again. And study desk. Jump back into Substance Painter. Let us edit our project and reload that file again. We are going to have to do a rebake on our meshes again. I'm just again waiting for Substance to finish loading everything in. Bake out our maps again. Okay, now we have our UVs flowing in the right direction, so that's a good start. I'm just going to play with the, if I can find it, where is it? I'm in the wrong, that's the one I want. I'm just going to play with the mask here a little bit. I'm also just going to jump into the underlying layer and it's turned off already. It's actually this layer. I'm just going to reduce the height information a little bit. It's better. I might just change the color. Yeah, I might just change the color of the wood too. Might make it a little bit redder. It's the drawers we're looking at here, not the rest of the desk, just the doors and the drawers. I just wanted to bring in a bit more red so I was matching the top of the desk a little bit better, because we have this burgundy red wood at the top. So I wanted the doors and the drawers just to have a little bit more red in them as well. Okay. Let's jump into our smart materials again. Let's remove that layer at the bottom. It's just a blank layer that Substance puts in there by default. Let's find a gold that I like. Let's go with, let's have a look at this one. Again, I'm going to mask with color selection. Android Lust, it's good to see you. My apologies for not saying hello earlier, Android Lust. You know, I get so caught up in what I'm doing. It's good to see you, Android Lust. It says, I'm late, time slipped by. No problem. Better late than never. And Sniper Girl says, hi to Android Lust. You know that feeling, was also late for the same reason. Glad you could make it. I'm glad you could make it too, Android Lust. I had to actually restart the stream 3 times this morning to get our transcoding to kick in, because every time I started the stream up, it started playing at 1080p only. We didn't get our transcoding. And I know that there are people that need transcoding because not everyone's got great internet. Twitch, come on. Don't make me restart my stream 3 times. Well, we got there in the end. We got our transcoding. Android Dust says I'm okay. Android Dust says that desk looks like it takes 3 to 4 people to move around. Probably would. This sort of heavy wooden desk, I wouldn't want to try and lift it on my own. For sure. You see, we've got no polys on the bottom here because in the game, no one's ever going to be able to see underneath the desk. I'm just trying to work out if I want to do anything else with this. I might. I'm going to throw down another gold and hope the program doesn't crash because I'm really pushing the thing. I actually quite like the gold on the doors and the drawers as opposed to the wood, to be honest. What do you guys think? Do you like the wooden doors and drawers, or do you like the gold wood doors and drawers? Wood, gold. Wood, gold. You guys tell me what you think. Or do you want me to try and do a mix of both? We could try that. Sniper Girl was late due to playing Resident Evil 3 Remake. They just released that, didn't they? That was a new one that was released last week, I think. Or the remake of the old one that was released last week. And I heard a rumour that they're making Resident Evil 8. So that'll be cool. And Andrew Loss says, I'm glad the transcoding worked. And I'll keep going until I get transcoding. I will start and stop the stream every time until we get transcoding. So I know a lot of people need it. Not just you. There's a lot of people that watch the stream that watch using transcoding. Sniper Girl says, make it all gold. Android Lust says, gold pops more at 160p. Sniper Girl says, needs to be touched by King Midas. Contigi, it's good to see you, Contigi. How are you? We were just talking about you before. I was telling, because Anonymous gifted Galen a sub to the channel, and I said you gifted quite a few of the viewers last week or the week before subs as well. So it's good to see you, Contigi. Smurfberry isn't here today because he popped into the chat at the start of my stream and said that he was not going to be watching because it was movie time. So he was going to go and watch a movie. And I told him I'm far more entertaining than any movie he could ever find. But no, he wasn't having it. Contigi says, well, I'm getting a little further with my game hobby in Unreal. Cool. Remember, if you've got anything you want to show us, you can always pop images on the Discord server, Contigi. If you want. I know a lot of people don't like to show what they're working on. So yes, what do you guys think? Have we settled on the gold drawers and doors, or did we settle on the wood? I actually quite like the gold. We could try and do a mix of both. I don't know how it would look. We could try it though. Contigi says, we'll do what we'll do once you get the animation a lot better, as I kind of have none at the moment. Okay, well, fair enough. I don't want you guys to show anything you're not comfortable with. Let's do a quick save here, and I'll just see if I can't find a mask. And we'll see if we can do a mix between the wood and the gold, because I can't decide myself which one I like more. Just waiting for Substance to finish it. There we go. Must show it now. No, he doesn't have to show it now. He can wait till he's ready. We're just all impatient. We want to see everything immediately. So let's look for a mask here. Let's see. Let's look at this dirt soft edges. Actually, just before I do that, I'm going to put both of these into their own group. And now we're going to throw this dirt soft edges mask. Let's look at the curvature. The balance. Actually, I don't know that that mask is really doing what I want it to do. Let's remove that mask and find something else. Let's try the dust surface one. Yeah, no, it's not doing what I want either, so let's try another one. Android Lust says, yes, you must show, unless it's spoilers, then don't show. Sniper Girl says, well, to be honest, can't wait until I'm allowed to show off stuff again. Yes, it's been a long time since we've seen any of your stuff, Sniper Girl. Android Lust says, once the game is released, huh, Sniper Girl? Sniper Girl says, yeah, pretty much. Let's find another mask here. There's got to be one. Let's see. Let's look at let's look at the sand cavities. I don't actually use this one very much. For good reason. It does give the desk an older, the wood an older sort of dirty look, but I just don't know that I really like the mask. We can maybe make it work. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Sniper Girl says, yeah, pretty much. NDAs are great. Kentiggy says, you've been working long on your project, Sniper Girl. Android Lust says, the dirty look kind of works with that wood though. Yeah, I agree. We're still sort of getting a mix of the both. We're getting some of the gold coming back in the drawers, but we're still getting some of the wood as well. So it might be good as, yeah. Instead of making them all gold or all wood, we're sort of getting a mix between the two, and it's making the desk look dirty. Which is good, because we want it to be dirty. But we're still getting enough of the gold in the drawers and the doors to add a bit more interest to them. Sniper Girl says to continue, honestly not working on any personal projects currently. I work full-time as the cinematic prop artist at Deep Silver Volition. Yeah, it gets like that. Once you're doing it for a living, the motivation to do it for your own personal private, it gets harder because, you know, you spend so much time working. The last thing you want to do when you get home is do more work, except unless you're me. And then you're a glutton for punishment, and then I can't get enough work. Have to work constantly. That's why I'm working for 2 studios. Okay, let's find another. I've just got to finish adding textures to these pieces now. For the actual handle, the back of the handle. So let's see what we got. Let's have a look at this one. We're going to mask with color selection again. In fact, I actually chose quite a few different. I was going to texture this up to be quite different, but I'm not going to do that now because we have which one did I hit? I think I hit the wrong one. Let's do that again. That one and that one. No, not that one. Was that the green? I can't remember. No. That one. And not the other one. So let's find another smart material. Again, these are smart materials that I actually, most of them are ones that I created for the other assets we're using in the building. Let's try Let's try... Let's do a quick save first, just in case. Because, yeah, I'm starting to really push this poor little program. Yes. Android Lust says she's at home working now. We all are. We all are. Sniper Girl says, it's not that I don't want to do 3D work. I do a lot of sculpting, polymodeling at work. Really want to do photogrammetry on my own time. Well, with that snazzy new camera you want to buy, that should not be a problem. Yes, everybody's working at home because of the human malware. Let's try this one. Again, let's mask with color selection to the purple. And I'm also going to, actually I'm not going to do that. Let's do a quick save. Contigi says, that's the first time I heard that. Human malware. I didn't come up with it. I actually saw somebody else call it that. I think Sniper Girl might have even called it that a few weeks ago. And I think I was watching a YouTube video where they called it that because you can't use the C word if your videos go to YouTube because YouTube demonetizes your videos or something. I don't know. Not that I don't get any money from YouTube for my videos anyway, but I thought I'd just be on the safe side. We'll call it human malware. Because, you know, Google can be, YouTube and Google can be real, I was going to say the P word, but I'm not going to, I'm going to be nice. Sniper Girl says to Contigi, heard YouTubers call it that to get past the filter. Yeah. They use the phrase human malware and it kind of stuck. Yep, I think human malware is a great way to call it, a great way to describe it. There's ways and means to get around YouTube and Google's silly little rules. I shouldn't say that. I'm sure that they did that for a very good reason. And let's go back to our materials here. And I want a brass or a gold. I don't want this bronze yellow. That could be good. So let's just pull that in. Again, I'm going to mask with color selection, and we're going to pick that there. I just want a bit of a contrast between the these are different pardon me, these different petals in the background. Most of the time you're not going to see it anyway because the handle pretty much covers it up, but I know it's there, you know it's there. Alright, let's do a quick save. Now what I want to do is I just want to throw, I'm going to jump back into the desk layer once Substance finishes saving here. Back into the desk layer, and I'm going to throw down a general dirt layer. Where is it? Where is it? This one here. Let's have a look at it. Okay, now I'm going to turn off the height and the normal information for the dirt layer. We're going to play with the mixing a little bit and pull it back. I'm also going to turn off no, I'm not going to do that. Metallic. Roughness. Just changing the roughness value a little bit. Let's pull it back a bit more because it's still a bit too... I'm actually going to remove the grain filter altogether. And just pull it back a bit more again because it's just a little bit too heavy. So no dirt, some dirt. Still might pull it back just a bit more. It's just something about this that I don't like. I'm trying to find the setting to pull it back. It's not the scale. It's not the colour. I think it's actually the roughness I don't like. Yeah, I think it's the roughness value. So let's have a look here. Where is our roughness? Here. So I'm just going to pull back on the roughness a little bit. And I'm also going to mask with color selection because I don't want that roughness, I don't think, on the leather at the top. So I'm going to mask it with a color selection. Yeah. And we're going to pick the main part of the desk. We're also going to pick the edges of the desk, and we're also going to pick the top of the desk, but not the actual leather. Let's do a quick save. Sorry, I have to catch up with the chat now. Kintigi says, first time I heard that, human malware. Sniper Girl says, Kintigi says, well, my wife is half Chinese and half Vietnamese. She calls it Kung Flu. Oh, Kintigi. Android Lost says, human malware. I told my friend that Earth is rolling out patch 20.20. I don't know that there's much else we really need to do to our desk now. I think Mr. Barrett's study desk we could probably say is done. I don't think there's anything else I want to change or do or... I think we can call it done. Let's export our textures, shall we? So we're going to export it into our desk folder. UE4 projects, models, study, chosen, desk, export. Android Lust says, needs accessories now or desk supplies? Well, I do have a few different bits and pieces we can put on the desk. We've got binoculars, we've got a desk clock, we've got an hourglass, there's a pen, there's cigars. So we've got some bits and pieces we can put on the desk, but we still have to texture those ones up. So we've got the desk done, now we've got to texture the rest of it up. I'm just going to make sure that we do a save again. And again, I'm just going to wait for substance there. And I'm going to jump back into Max and make sure we save that file as well, because we made some changes. So let me do a save. Again, Max is very sluggish because of substance being open in the background. But if I go to my folder, you can see there's an ashtray, we've got binoculars, there's cigars, a box of cigars, there's a desk candle, a desk clock, an hourglass, an ink pen, magnifying glass, and also a ring box and a hand mirror, but I don't know if I'll put those in the study. I might put those in the sitting room. So we've got a few bits and pieces. We've still got a texture up that we can put on the desk. And we've also got a fireplace as well, which I'll show you. We might work on the fireplace next. So I'll just open it up and we can check it out. So we have our fireplace here that we've got to texture up as well, UV map and texture up. Because I thought, why not? The study and the sitting room will both have fireplaces. They'll have different fireplaces. But this is the fireplace for the study. I have already thought of it, that's right. I already thought of those bits and pieces. They're all ready to go. They've just got to be UV mapped up, and then we've got to texture them up. But our desk is done. That was the main thing. We'll bring it into Unreal and I'll set up the scripting, the blueprint scripting for the drawers and the doors. I probably will do that off stream. I don't tend to do the scripting stuff on stream because it can be a bit boring to watch. Smurfberry, you're back. Smurfberry says, huh? That movie was shorter than the internet led me to believe. I can't believe you choose to watch a movie over watching me, Smurfberry. I mean, really, dude. Yeah, what movie was it? Sniper Girl's asking. I'm curious too. What was this movie that was so much better than watching me live stream, Smurfberry? Oh, Deadpool 2. Well, that's okay. It's a good movie, Deadpool 2. I've watched Deadpool 1 and 2 and they're both very good. It's a family movie. I would not call Deadpool a family movie, personally. Yeah, I liked it. I liked them. I thought the humour was quite good in the Deadpool movies. Both of them are both good. I don't know if I'd watch young kids. I don't think I'd let young kids watch them though. But that's just me. Smurfberry says, Mum hadn't seen it and wanted to. Oh, gee, you got to roll with it, Mum, that wants to watch a movie like Deadpool. Scripting is boring, as Android Lust says. That's why I don't do it on stream. I only do the texturing and the modelling and the UVing on stream because they're the exciting bits. I don't do the blueprint scripting, the Unreal stuff on stream because I know you guys would be bored. Sniper Girl says, yep, just like Deadpool 1 was a chick flick. Android Lust says, I haven't seen Deadpool 2. You should. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. Android Lust. Smurfberry says she's a wild child of the 60s. Oh, okay. Smurfberry says she's the one who got me into sci-fi. Cool. That desk looks fabulous, by the way. Thank you, Smurfberry. We have our desk. We can move on to another asset. As I said, though, I may jump into Photoshop and I might just put a gold border along the leather on the top of the desk. That'll be the only change I'll make, is maybe putting a gold border around the edges of the leather. But again, I'll do it in Photoshop. It's easier to do in Photoshop than doing it in Substance Painter. I'm not saying you couldn't do it in Substance Painter, but it'll be quicker for me to do it in Photoshop and easier. We exported the textures, but I think we might leave it there. Now, guys, I'm not going to be streaming next week. I know I was sick last week, but I'm taking next week off for Easter. I want to just chill out and relax because I don't want to risk getting sick again. And I think, yeah, I'm just going to take the week off next week over Easter just to chill out, catch up on some sleep, because I'm working at two different studios, as you guys know, so it takes its toll on me a little bit, and I'm not getting any younger, as I'm sure Sniper Girl will point out. Kentucky says, what? No stream? No stream. I know. I'm sorry, guys, but I need over the Easter period for that. Just 1 week. Just no streams next week, and I'll be back again the week after. How could I take time? No. How could I take time off? You're all saying poo. Android not says oh poo. No problem. Easter Bunny is quarantined, Phil. I know the Easter Bunny is quarantined, but I'm not going to be eating chocolate. I'm going to be sleeping probably. So that's it for today. I think we'll call it a day. And like I said, I won't be streaming on Monday, Tuesday next week, but I will be back the week after. You're just going to have to do without me for 1 week next week. I'll be around. So if you want to, if you need to contact me or you want to talk to me, I'll jump on the Discord server. Remember, if you're not already on the Discord, the Phil Does 3D Discord server, you should join. Just click the graphic in my panel below my stream. It says join the Phil Does 3D Discord. You can get an invite link that way. I do want to thank Peter Starr for the follow. I do want to thank again Anonymous for the gifted sub. That's very good of you. Thank Kentigi again for gifting those subs a couple of weeks ago. I do want to thank you all for being here and for watching and for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it, guys. I know there's other people you could be watching on Twitch. So I appreciate the fact that you spend time watching me and hanging out with me. You guys have a good Easter. Don't eat too much chocolate. Kentigi says, have a great Easter weekend and see you guys soon. Yes, I'll see you guys in a week. So not next week, the week after. We'll be back to our normal streams again. Don't eat too much chocolate. Stay in social isolation and distancing. It's really important to stop the spread of this horrible human malware. Stay safe, most importantly. Make sure you wash your hands and don't touch your face. All those things we've got to be doing now. You guys have a great Easter, great break. I will see you in a week's time. I won't be eating chocolate, so I'll be sleeping. I can't eat chocolate. You guys know I break out in pimples when I do. Otherwise, I would. You guys have a great Easter. I will see you not next week, the week after. And you guys take care and stay safe, okay? See you guys.